Now we're going to learn the letter O. O takes up the header and the X space. We start at the top of the X space, and we are going to push up to the right before curving to the left. Pull down to the bottom of the X before curving back to the left, pushing up, curving to the top of the X, and pulling down. Basically, we're just going to draw a spiral. So again, I start towards the top of the X, I push up, and then I pull to the right, pull all the way down to the bottom of the X, before curving to the right, pushing up, and then pull down on the inside to finish that spiral. I'm going to do that again. I start towards the top of the X. I push up before curving to the left, pulling down to the bottom of the X, curving in to the right, push up, and then curve back in at the top of the X space. And that makes a spiral. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to start towards the top of the X, push up into the header before curving to the right, curving to the left, pull all the way down to the bottom of the X before curving up and to the right. At the top of the X, I'm going to curve back down and make a spiral. I'm going to do that one last time here. I start at the top of the X, push up into the header, curve to the left and pull all the way down to the bottom of the X, curve to the right and back up in the X space. Top of the X, I'm going to curve back into the left, pull down a smidge, and that is a capital O. Please make capital O's all the way across your line, and then move on to a lowercase o. Lowercase o is pretty simple. It takes up only the X space. You're going to start by pushing up an entrance line from the top or the bottom of the X space to the top. Then you're going to lift your pen, make an oval across the top of the X, pull down to the bottom of the X, push back up to the top. Where you join the oval together, you're just going to pull a little curve out to the right, and that's going to be our connector stroke later when we join our letters together. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to push up from the bottom of the X to the top. I'm going to make an oval that overlaps with that entrance stroke. Push back to join the oval and close it. And then I'm going to curve a little line out to the right to form our joiner stroke. I'm going to do that again by pushing an entrance line from the bottom of the X to the top. I'm going to make an oval that overlaps with that entrance stroke. At the top of my oval where I join it together, I'm going to curve a line out and to the right to make a joiner stroke. I'm going to do this one last time. I'm going to push up in an entrance stroke. I'm going to make an oval that overlaps that entrance stroke. Where I join the oval back together, I'm going to curve a small line out to become our joiner. Please make some lowercase o's all the way across that line, and then you are at the end of this video.